get ready, stock up on your food. Be sure you just stocked up in general, bro. Be sure you stocked up, because you don't know what this matrix can throw at us. You stock up on your food, stock up on your water, and get your mind right. That's why I say to stock up, go buy some seeds, be ready to survive, bro. Be ready to be in a survival situation if you plan on not submitting to this. Just be sure you stocked up. Like I already told you, stock up, because there may be like a shortage. Don't plan on submitting to that New World Order agenda, right? Be ready to be in like survival situation. Stock up on your food for at least a few months. Be sure you stocked up on food for at least a few months, stocked up on water, stocked up on whatever, because it's gonna get worse. I know it's gonna get worse. So as you can tell, I've been saying to stock up for a minute. I've been telling y'all. But it's one thing to talk the talk, it's another to walk the walk, baby. It's another to actually do it. What is good with y'all, man? It's your boy Unseen. We coming at y'all with something different, something new today, bruh. Today, I'm gonna be giving y'all a rundown of basically what's in my like survival kit. What did I stock up on? Because I told y'all to stock up. So what did I stock up on? What did I grab from the store? What have I gotten and acquired to prepare for a potential collapse? Because we're in a very interesting time, and I knew this time was going to happen, and I even warned y'all this time was going to happen back in the summer of last year. I told you back in July or June, it was the calm before the storm, and I even predicted things will pick up in the winter going into next year, which is now this year. And look where we're at. We have the highest gas prices of all time, highest average gas prices of all time. I've never paid over $4. I don't remember ever paying over $4.15 for gas. Now it's $5.45 where I'm at right now in California. We are literally on the brink of collapse. The dollar is getting screwed. There's record high inflation. You guys already know, because it's affecting people like me and you. You already know what I'm talking about. So and on top of that, these elites are trying to get us into a war that doesn't need to be, that doesn't even need to be fought, and frankly it's pointless, bro. This shit is all pointless. This is all a distraction. This is all theater. This is all theater for real. Gas is going to be high priced out here in the United States. What happens then? Everything else is going to go up in price. All the trucks, all the, you know, the huge 18-wheeler trucks that bring in the food to the grocery stores, they got to now pay more in fuel, which means they need to make a bigger they need a profit margin still. So what do? You raise the price of the goods that they're bringing on their trucks, and in turn that raises the price of food. That's going to cause pretty much the shit that we saw with the toilet paper when the corona shit first started. We're going to see, I feel like we're going to see some shit like that. So we are in an interesting time, and basically I just want to get y'all up to speed on what I've done to prepare for a potential collapse, a potential, you know, gotta be on your own, live off the grid, any kind of power outage, any kind of thing where shit hits the fan. That's pretty much what I'm saying. When shit hits the fan, this is what this video is going to be about. Is preparing you for when shit hits the fan from a civilian, like, you know, just a normal citizen perspective. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. If you want more videos like this in the future, please be sure to let me know, man. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go. I want to say, notice how I say when shit hits the fan, because I know it's going to. I don't like to be a doomsdayer, but it's more so I'm being realistic with what we've been seeing. I'm being realistic, and you got to prepare, and it's only a matter of when, not if. I do want to say I'm not an expert on this. You know, I've done research. I've watched YouTube videos. I've watched plenty of content on like what stuff to buy, what stuff to use. I even took a 2-day survival course last year in August. It's a survival skills course. I even got a certificate, training, and everything like that, because I think this is a real like thing that we're gonna have to use at one point in our life. At least people in my generation. I'm only 20 years old. I'm about to be 21 next month. So yeah, so I'm getting prepared early. But yeah, so that survival course is designed to pretty much mimic, I believe, the SEER school that I think people in the Army and Navy SEALs had to go, or I think it's the Army. Yeah, the Army has to go through SEER school, which stands for Survival, Evade, Resistance, and Escape, SERE. So I've taken a class that kind of mimics that, how to build shelters, teaches you pretty much how to survive in the wild, how to build shelters, how to filter water, process water, build fire, find sources of food, pretty much the basic essentials of survival. So I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than the average person, I would say. So I'm gonna give y'all a rundown of what items I got here with me that aid in this process. All right, so the first thing I want to get started on is, because I said in the beginning, stock up on food, and you're probably wondering, well, what food do I stock up on? So this right here is just one bag out of probably 20 that I have of canned food and everything. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's just a bunch of canned food. Let's see what we got. I got y'all the 3-bean salad. You know what I'm saying? This was I bought this back in 2020 when Donald Trump was still president. You know what I'm saying? I bought this way back then. So all this canned food is good for a few years. You know what I'm saying? Some of these cut green beans, like just pretty much just getting whatever you can, whatever's on sale, because in a survival situation, you're gonna eat whatever. You're honestly gonna eat whatever. Like, I'm vegetarian and I'll eat meat if I'm in a survival situation. Like, it's just the reality. So a vegetable blend, you know, shout out Sprouts. Like, I just make sure to get whatever, you know, get the nutrients I need. Some of this is actually expired, so I might need to take another run to the store before prices go up again. So I might need to go re-up on some stuff. But some of this is expired, but you know, this is just the idea that I'm getting y'all introduced to. So canned food is definitely an important one, because you don't want a lot of perishable food. You want to have food that lasts you years, and you just want food, period, right? You're not gonna want to buy a bunch of stuff that's gonna expire within, you know, 2 months or something. You want stuff that's gonna last you years. And I'm gonna get down the road in this video later, we're gonna get to food that will last you a long time that I do have. So on top of the canned food, obviously we got the most important thing. This isn't food, obviously, but we got the most important necessity when you're in a survival situation, and that's water. You need water. You can go, I believe you can go up to 96 hours without water. I believe that's what it is. But for food, you can survive weeks without food. But water is the most important one. So I got me some distilled water here. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe this is multi-use. You can use distilled water for pretty much anything. So, you know, distilled water is going to help. I've heard if you have lemons and you just squeeze some lemon in there, because obviously as it is, it's the pH is super, I believe it's super, not acidic, but it's just so stripped down of water. It doesn't have a lot of electrolytes and nutrients and stuff like that the water normally has. Minerals, that's what I mean to say, is minerals. So it doesn't normally have that stuff. So if you add some lemon in there, it's going to purify it, I believe. That, don't take my word for it, but that's what I've heard. So water is water at the end of the day, and that's the most important thing, probably the most important thing you can stock up on. That's number one is water. In any survival situation, water is for sure number one. Because if you don't have water, you're not going to survive. Like, it's simple as that. And if you guys have anything that I'm missing from this video, please be sure to leave a comment down below, man. Leave a comment down below when something crazy happens, like a blackout or something like that, and you realize you can't stay at your place, or you gotta hitchhike it to the woods, or you gotta just get the fuck out of where you're at. You're gonna need something to carry that in. You're gonna need something to transport all the stuff you have. At least, not all the stuff you have, but at least, you know, a good majority, something to hold it in, right? And for me, I'm gonna put y'all on, man. This is what I got right here. I got myself one of these huge hiking backpacks that pretty much, this is like my go bag. This is my go bag for when shit goes crazy. That's essentially what this is. I believe this is the OSPREY, the brand. We got OSPREY right here. Let me show y'all real quick. OSPREY. I think this is called the AETHER 65 model. You can find it on, I got it at REI. You can find it online. I believe it does run pretty expensive, but for survival and for all this type of stuff, when it comes to outdoors, backpacking, anything, you get what you pay for. If you're gonna pay, if you're on a budget and you're paying for, you know, pretty low quality, you know, lower price stuff, that's how it's probably going to perform, is not to the best of the ability. So you get what you pay for. This really good shoulder support right here. It's got shoulder support. It's got, you know, the back support, the straps on the side right here to wrap around you. Here we go. Right here we got some straps. We got pretty much, and we got this huge pouch that pretty much goes all the way to the bottom of this thing. It's and I'm gonna show you guys what's inside, what I keep inside of it, to pretty much just give y'all an understanding of like what you want to carry when shit hits the fan, what you want instantly, what you want to have with you. So before we actually get into what's inside the backpack, I want to give y'all the boots that I do have, these hiking boots, which are very important, because if you're going to, like I said, when shit hits the fan and you need to go to the woods, or you need to, you know, go to the wild and get off the grid and stuff, you're gonna need you're gonna want a good pair of footwear. You're gonna need the footwear to do this stuff. You know, you're gonna need that. I fully support the idea of grounding, though. You definitely got to ground yourself in nature, but when you're in a survival situation, you got to make sure you're comfortable. You're right. You can't risk catching an injury, you know, stepping on some rocks or whatever. You can't risk spraining your ankle through the terrain. That will take you out of the game quickly. And frankly, when you're in a survival situation with tough weather, wherever you are, if you got tough weather, if you got weather working against you, if you got all these things working against you with an injury, you might as well chalk it up, bro. Like, you might as well chalk it up. On top of that, you're probably a liability. You're at that point, you're a liability to whoever you're traveling with, if you are traveling with someone, because now they got to take care of you because you didn't take care of yourself. So these boots that I have right here are Sportivas. These are size 12. These are the carbon ones. I don't know the model exactly, but I'm sure you can find some Sportiva boots if you just search this. These carbon colored Sportiva boots, size 12. These ones, I mean, it's got pretty good tread on here. I've used it like probably a couple of times. I plan on using it more just to break it in more, but these boots, perfect. You obviously got to try them on. Like I said, you get what you pay for. So these boots themselves, these ran me probably about I believe around 200 bucks. So you get what you pay for. These ones are real quality. I recommend these ones. I don't know if they're waterproof like that. I think they actually, no, these are waterproof, but yeah, that's why they cost so much, because they are waterproof, and they just all around great shoe, man. Great boot. All right, so we're gonna get to the fun part now. We're gonna check out what's inside here, what we got inside this backpack, what's in the mystery backpack. That's the real discovery right here. So let's go through this, man. Yo, this shit is deep, bro. This thing, yeah, this feels like the backpack that in Jumanji, that the character in Jumanji had, where he's just a backpack of infinite space. So that's really what this backpack be feeling like sometimes, is the Jumanji backpack. But yeah, let's take a look, man. Let's take a look. And honestly, I did get some stuff for Christmas for my family, so I kind of just threw some stuff in here. I'm actually, this is interesting, because I made this when I took that survival course that I was telling y'all about. Kind of came undone, but this is the bow drill. If you want to start a fire, this is, you know, you pretty much want to find a bow, this, and tie it with some paracord. This obviously came off, so I'll have to retie it, but this is essential for starting to fire the old-fashioned way, right? I have the spindle and the hearth board as well inside of here. Like I said, you just want to have the stuff that you're going to be able to just take with you instantly when shit hits the fan. Don't even think about it. Just grab it. You know what's in there, and head on your way. So I hold this is the spindle in here. You know, I just have the spindle and the hearth board in here, just holding in this Triscuit box, just because they're pretty small pieces, and you want to have them. You want to have everything you need. You don't want to have stuff loose and you know, just laying around inside your backpack or in a small little crevice of your pouches, because you don't got a lot of time. You need to be efficient. All right, so this is pretty much the best part. Probably this is gonna be my favorite item of what's inside this backpack. And man, oh man, I can't wait to show y'all. Here we go. If you know, you know. I'm just gonna say this. If you know, you know. K-bar, baby. K-bar. What you know about that K-bar? Ooh, man. I got this as a Christmas gift. A K-bar is obviously, you know, this is one of the most quality brands for survival. I got this survival knife right here with the holster. So I'm gonna give y'all, here we go, a little knife. It's a knife. Shout out 21 Savage. It's a knife.
What does the cross on your forehead signify?
It's a knife.
You know, we got this K-bar knife. It's gonna get the job done, man. You can, you know, in a survival situation, you're gonna want something with a sturdy, you know, handle, something that doesn't break super easy. You know, especially if you're chopping branches, if you're chopping off wood, you're gonna want something that's, you know, gonna help get that job done. You want a quality blade with it as well. And frankly, man, I couldn't be more happy. You know, shout out to my pops. He got me this for Christmas, so I'm gonna definitely be putting this to the test. We got the holster with it too. I haven't even unboxed all of it. This is like kind of, I've just kept it because, like I said, this is only for when shit goes crazy, when shit hits the fan. I'm not using this on a day-to-day basis. I'm not using this like that. So I got the holster, put it on the belt, put it on my hip, and yeah, man. So something that was also in this box and is very, very, very important, is right here. We got pretty much like a 3-in-1. I think it's a 3-in-1 fire starter kit. It's we got like a striker, the flint striker. This is what you use the knife for, actually. And all right, so this is like a 3-in-1 tool. This was also gifted to me as a Christmas gift. We got a little whistle in here too. So we got a whistle, we got like some flint, fire starter. We got pretty much a whistle. We got a whistle in here. You're definitely gonna want a whistle because that's gonna help, you know, signal for rescue. You guys know what a whistle's for. I don't need to explain a whistle. But basically, this is like this is the fun part. I'm not gonna actually do it, but you know, when you need to get a fire started, you need a spark, you're gonna, you know, obviously, you know, shred some of this on there, you catch a spark, get some tinder, and you'll be on your way to a fire, man. Also forgot to mention, this doubles as like paracord. So we got paracord, we got a whistle, we got like a striker, and yeah, we got the flint, we got the palmetto thing or whatever it's called. And yeah, man, this is great. This is so useful when you're out in the wild, 100%. I mean, I know, trust me, I'm not super knowledgeable with all this stuff, but this is why one of the most important things you can buy, and I need to buy, is a book, a survival book, because this is going to teach you how to utilize your equipment. That's really what it's going to teach you, is how to utilize your equipment, and also how to utilize your environment around you if you don't have the equipment. So that's pretty much the next, the major purchase I need to make next is like a survival book. And yeah, man. So shout out to the K-bar, man. K-bar, this one goes crazy. I was super hyped for this, super hyped to get this. But yeah, this was in the backpack. All right, so remember how I said that the food that you should stock up on should be able to last you years, a long time. Well, this is what we're getting into right here, is the food that you're going to want to start buying and start looking at before the prices go insane through the roof for this stuff. And frankly, you're going to want this when shit hits the fan, because this food isn't perishable. You're going to want some freeze-dried food, man. This is just one of many that I have. Shout out to, what is this, Peak Refuel. I usually get this or like Mountain House, but this is freeze-dried food. And let's see if it's got an expiration date on it. I believe it does. This is obviously the breakfast, but yeah, so we got eggs, sausage, potatoes, and peppers. Remember, I don't even eat meat. I'm vegetarian. It doesn't mean I eat that fake meat, but it doesn't mean I'm eating that fake ass meat. But I'm just saying, when shit goes crazy, you're gonna want to eat whatever. You'll eat whatever. 39 grams of protein per pouch. Look at this right here. I mean, this one, I've seen food that expires like 20 years from now. This one is honestly pretty solid, but we got an expiration date. I don't know if y'all can see it. 3/26. So Best By 3 March of 2026. So that's actually, we're in March right now as I'm recording this video. So this is Best By literally 4 years from now. This can last me 4 more years. I do have more food that is probably last. I remember seeing a date 2050 for one of them. So this food can last you forever. So the next important thing that goes along with this food that you're going to want to need is something to be able to cook the food. You're going to want something to cook the food, because what this involves is you pouring hot water you need to pour hot water into the bag. And obviously I kind of revealed the next part, but you're gonna need to pour hot water into the bag, and you're gonna want to pretty much eat the food out of the bag, right? So the next part that you're gonna want, and I already kind of revealed it to you, is this JETBOIL. You're gonna want a JETBOIL. These run for, I think this is like the miniature one. This is like the smaller one. I've seen bigger ones that got bigger, pretty much a bigger surface, bigger volume. So, and it just, I think it's just more efficient. But you're gonna want a JETBOIL to be able to boil the water that you're gonna pour into this bag. So basically what you're gonna want to do if you're in a situation where you need to eat food and you're out in the wild is basically you're gonna want to, you know, start heating up your water. You'll get a little propane canister. You pour the water in here. This will heat up your water, and once this kind of turns like that red, once it gets to boiling, pretty much you're pretty much good. And you're gonna want to rip this pouch open, pour the water in, you know, let it cook for a few minutes, and then you're set, man. You're ready to eat. So JETBOIL, very important, man, very important. I know all my survival people, all my people that go camping, people that are involved in the outdoors community, they can vouch. They know the JETBOIL is very important. They know the JETBOIL. I mean, if you don't need the JETBOIL, but if you're gonna want to boil water, this is very efficient, very convenient, and I recommend getting one of these. I believe these can run like $80, maybe a little bit less, I don't know, but I got this back in 2000, yeah, like early around this time, maybe in 2021, so probably about a year ago. But yeah, and just to go with it, this is once again the propane that goes with the JETBOIL to heat up the water. So you're gonna just pretty much want to attach this to it, and this will heat up the water using the propane in here. So this goes with it too. JETBOIL, man, yes sir. Also, here's just another type of little mountain house, not mountain house, but obviously, you know, just freeze dried food. In the military, these are called MREs, which stands for meal ready to eat. So this is just another one of those. Yeah, this is because I'm vegetarian. This was just something I found when I was shopping at REI. I'm like, you know what? Let me see something without meat. Let me see what it's like. So got some what is this? Butternut dal bhat. See, I don't even know what this is, but basically it's lentils, chickpeas, rice, and butternut squash. So I mean, this is fire. As a vegetarian, I'm like, yep, I'll do it. I can do it with this for survival. I'm fine with that. You know, frankly, you can't complain. You can't. You have no room to complain when you're in this type of situation. You're just gonna want whatever the fuck you want. So, yeah, shout out to Peak Refuel. I'm not sponsored, but hey, a sponsorship, I'm down. I'm open. So, you know the vibes. This also expires in 2026 as well. Obviously not super far out again like the other one, but there are freeze dried food out there that does expire at least 10 years from now. So I recommend getting some of those. I believe this will do, to be honest. I think in the next 4, maybe 5 years, I think we're going to see something where I might have to break this out. Me personally, if things keep going the way they're going, me personally, I think this might have to be used. So I got another item here in the backpack that's also very important in a survival situation, because when you're out in the wild and there's no electricity, let's say there's a solar flare that hits, the blackout hits, some kind of stupid shit that the elites want to do, you're going to need access to light. And frankly, light is going to be important for everything, especially if you can't get a fire started, you're going to need some form of light. And that's why I say get you a headlamp. LED headlamp. I got this gifted to me for Christmas as well. 250 lumens. So, you know, this one's going to be shining. I know that for a fact. This one's going to do its job. You know, you're going to want to strap this around your head, and this will help you navigate through pretty much the woods, through where you're going, where there's not a lot of light. So I say this is very important. Obviously, we know it's light. Another important item in my backpack that I have actually kind of just tried out for a little bit is a life straw, is some kind of water filtration system, some kind of ability for you to process water to safely drink it, right? So pretty much this life straw, you can get them on Amazon. I believe they're an Amazon brand. like 15 bucks, right? Life straw, 15 bucks. You can pretty much, basically the whole idea is you want to go up to a water source with one end, you know, use it like a straw, and then put it in the water, suck it up, right? And it filters it through here, and you got water. When I was taking a survival course, when it comes to the filtration of your device, my instructor told me that one of the most important things is to look for, when you're buying one of these types of water filtration systems, is to make sure it filters out about 0.1 microns absolute, I believe. That's the measurement that he said. I believe this one is just 0.1, but it's not absolute, or it might be 0.2. So this LifeStraw isn't the best brand, but it's better than nothing. And in addition, if you don't have LifeStraw, another way to process water, I believe you can use iodine drops, or iodine tablets, or whatever they are. Put them in the water. It takes about 4 hours for it to actually kill off the bacteria and all the stuff that's in the water that could be contaminating it. So iodine is another way to do it. Or you can go the old-fashioned way and just boil your water. And, you know, boiling water has pretty much been around for thousands of years. So that's the old-fashioned way. Again, when you're out in the wilderness and you need to get out of your position and you need to find rescue and you need to signal, signaling is a key component of making it out. That's the whole process. That's the execution phase of you trying to get out of where you're at. If you don't plan on staying where you're at, you need to be able to signal people, possible aircraft if there is aircraft around, and just be able to contact people, right? A very important, and I kind of slept on this, I'm not gonna lie, I really did sleep. I was sleeping on this. Important item to signal is a mirror, a signal mirror, and you can already kind of see it just bouncing off already. It's already bouncing off light, is a mirror. So basically this is going to help you signal for aircraft. You know, one of the things that I was taught, again, going back to the course that I took, and I remember this vividly, is we practice signaling. We practice signaling to a person that was about a few hundred yards out. And basically the whole process is you want to find like the middle yourself. So you're going to want to put the mirror like somewhere right here and make a little peace sign. This is the real peace sign. Let's get that straight. This is the real peace sign, but this is, you know, the OG peace sign that everybody knows. And you basically want to find the middle, test it on the ground first, obviously, so you can line up. Just pretty much, you want to line up where your reflection's going, so you can see it. And you pretty much, once you have your line, you're gonna want to follow it up and follow to wherever you're trying to signal. If you're going for an aircraft, you're gonna want to just keep that line and just bounce it a little bit. Just angle it. I know you can't really see, but you just angle it a little bit. Start bouncing it, just to catch someone's attention, right? Because if you just angle it and just keep it still, they won't notice. But if you got something flashing in their eyes like this, like I'm doing to y'all right now, it's gonna catch your attention, especially when you're really far away. Right, so that was everything that's in my bag. Obviously I got some stuff that's just kind of laying around at the house and stuff. For example, this is just like part of an EDC, everyday carry, something you're gonna want. And I didn't really go over like the medical stuff, because I actually need to buy some. Is like a first aid kit, some kind of medical supplies, some like something to wrap a wound or something like that. I definitely need to get some of that. I've been exposed to some of it, and I've been around that stuff before, and yeah, I definitely need to. Next thing on my list is probably some kind of first aid, because that is gonna save your life. No joke. But something that I always carry is just some athletic tape. This is just, if you're an athlete, because I played sports my whole life, this is key. I got a bunch of blisters on me right now. I just tape up whatever. This will obviously, it's not the best, but just keep some athletic tape on you. I'm kind of getting into the more everyday carry stuff, just stuff you're carrying around in your house. Not really. I mean, and let's be real. Any of this stuff you can use in a survival situation. Once you start to get into this lifestyle, I've realized you start to look at everything around you differently. You start to look at everything as a resource. So legit anything can be used as a resource. I'm not even joking you. So I've already gone over like stuff that I need to get, and I recommend y'all getting like the book, first aid and stuff like that. I also do have to say, I do have a tent. I bought a tent from REI as well, like a 1-person tent. So I recommend investing into a tent because, once again, as part of the 3 most important essentials for survival, food, water, and shelter, you're gonna need your tent for shelter, right? I went over the food, I went over the water, I went over how to, pretty much boil the water and what kind of food you're gonna want to get. So the next part is be sure to invest in a quality tent. And a tent is gonna pretty much is a shortcut to you building your own shelter. You don't need to have to build like a lean-to or anything when you're out in the woods. You got your tent. When it comes to shelter, one of the most important things that I did learn, and easily the one that I take away with me the most, is how to actually build your shelter. It's hard to actually show you how to do it. I mean, you can watch a bunch of YouTube videos, but basically building a shelter is very important. I know how to build a shelter. I know how to build like the basic one where you kind of just have your 2 big branches, and you got one like skeleton going across, and then you're just layering on the sides with a bunch of other, sturdy pieces of wood and branches, and you're pretty much just stack. And then on top of that, you're using the ground, whatever's on the ground that you can find that isn't wet, because you want to not be wet, and that's dry. So, and you're just stacking it on top of the sides, you're layering it just to get that insulation going. And yeah, so that's pretty much just a basic explanation of how you build a shelter. I recommend watching YouTube videos. You can find just literally on YouTube. YouTube's got everything, you already know. So just how to build a shelter, you know the fucking vibes. So when it comes to everything survival related, I feel like I've covered, this is everything I got. So let me know what I'm missing in the comments, but I do want to branch into one more important thing that you are definitely going to want, because this is going to save your life. Arguably, this is a lifesaver. This is life and death for you right here. And that is, you're going to want to get a firearm. Make sure you have a firearm to protect yourself and to possibly hunt. So for me personally, I can show you right now. I just got this. I have a shotgun. I got a 12 gauge shotgun. I have 2 of them actually. I'm out in California, so we all know how California is with their stupid ass gun laws. You can't really buy anything crazy out here, which is why I'm looking to move out of here so I can get to a state that you can actually purchase guns and actually exercise your Second Amendment. But yeah, so I got 2 shotguns, obviously for I just do target shooting, but they can double as home defense and just pretty much just protection. So shotguns, yeah, I recommend investing into a 12 gauge. I personally like the 12 gauge. I got a Remington 870 Express, and I also have a Mossberg 88, a Maverick 88. Both of them 12/28s, 12 gauge 28-inch barrel. They work great for me. I personally love them. The next thing I'm looking into getting is possibly an AR and a handgun. Those are the 2 next purchases for firearms that I personally want to get before they get taken away, because I know for a fact in the United States, that's the agenda, is to disarm your population. Because let's think of it, if you're a ruler over your citizens and you want complete control over them, you're not going to give them guns. So you're going to want to take away anything they can use to revolt, which is firearms. So, obviously work within your own budget, work within your own financial standpoint. But I'm going to tell y'all, make sure you get some guns. Make sure you get guns, because they're going to, and we already see it right now. If you do have your own guns, you're realizing ammo is ridiculous. So they're going to attack this type of, the firearms community. They're going to attack it in multiple ways. They're going to either, reduce your ability to get ammo so you can't even use your gun, or they're just going to flat out take away the gun. And right now in California, it is ridiculous. I for 25 shells, shotgun shells, about 4 years ago, I was paying maybe $6. Now it's easily doubled. That price is doubled. So make sure you stock up on your ammo. I also mentioned that you're going to want to have a firearm for hunting. And I believe, based on a few YouTube videos I've watched from, people who are really experts in this stuff, they recommend just getting like a 10/22 Ruger. I actually have one. That was the first gun that I ever got, that I was gifted. I have a Ruger 10/22, and right now 22 10-22 ammo is, you know, it's a smaller round. It helps for hunting, you know, because you want to not damage your kill as much as you know, to get the most yield out of it, to get the most meat. So 10-22, I recommend that for hunting. And it's just all around just a solid rifle, man. You can't go wrong with it. It's all reliable. That was pretty much the in-depth, you know, we breaking down everything. I told y'all we break down everything, even the stuff that isn't concerning music. We're just naturally, we're talking to him. We're naturally talking. We're breaking down pretty much what I got for my survival kit, my go bag, the shoes I wear, the food that I'm gonna eat, the materials I have for now, because I'm gonna definitely get more, and basically just anything that's helpful in a survival situation. I gave y'all what I personally have, and it's more just to show y'all that I'm not bullshitting when it comes to this type of stuff. I really am not bullshitting. Like, there's a lot of people in the spiritual community that say, oh, like, you know, this event's gonna happen on this date. It never fucking happens, bro. And believe me, I've fallen for it. I've fallen for it personally. I thought the December 21st thing, like, some crazy shit was gonna go down. Not to say nothing didn't go down, but it just didn't happen the way that a lot of people were hyping it up to be. That's just one example. But the truth is, I realize is you're not really gonna know. You're not really gonna know, because in history, I guarantee you, throughout history, people did not know the exact time or date that they were going to have to exercise their ability to survive. Like, they didn't know that. They didn't know that. They had to constantly, that's why I'm telling y'all to constantly be ready, to prepare. Just always be prepared. Trust me, you're going to want to be prepared, because there's going to be a lot of panic, especially for people in the United States. People don't know what the fuck they're doing out here. Going back to what I said about the toilet paper, if people were going that crazy over toilet paper, imagine how crazy they're gonna go over food, water, the real stuff that actually does help you. You can survive without toilet paper. You can't survive without water. Like, it's that simple. So imagine when that happens. And that's why I'm saying is just mentally get prepared now, physically get prepared now. And just spiritually 100% spiritually get right, bro. Get fucking right, for real. Like, because this shit is, you are living through probably the greatest time in human history. I'm just gonna say it now. I can talk for days about this. This video is gonna be probably a fair amount, pretty long, you know. This video is gonna be super long. So if you made it this far throughout the video, I'm gonna need you to comment. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. If you made it this far, comment down below. You know the vibes, because I know y'all know the vibes. That's why y'all need to comment it. I'm really not bullshitting you. Like, I'm about this shit. I want y'all to know I'm about this shit, because this is affecting everybody. On top of that, this shit is not gonna be around when that shit happens. We're not gonna be using this stuff when this shit happens. Unless you're going to submit to this control system that they're trying to implement. I'm personally not going to, but like I said, I'm not going to be here when that shit happens, and you're not going to be here either. We're going to be, you know, trying to rebuild at that point. So that's what I'm saying, is just get ready for that, because we are experiencing at this point in time, with the United States being around 250 years old, that is the time when civilizations start to collapse. If you study history, I can even put a quote on screen. The average age of like a civilization or empire is about 250 to 500 years. Like, that's why I'm saying is we're nearing that point. We're slowly fading to that point, and that's really, and is being ushered in by the elite, these politicians, these fucking demons that run this shit, bro. That's what's going on. So you don't want to be caught off guard when shit does hit the fan, when shit is not the way it used to be. And we're already seeing glimpses of it right now. So like I said, man, just stock up on your food, get water, get everything you can. I say now, before it's too late, before the prices are insane, because they're going to get insane. It's like, we have probably the worst leadership this country's ever seen right now. So shit is only going to get worse, and it has to get worse before it gets better. It has to. I feel like it has to, because people got to wake up, bro. And the only way people wake up, unfortunately, and I've realized, and you know, for me, this is how it happened, is through traumatic events. I hate to say that, but through crisis and through trauma, that's how people really wake up and build themselves back up. As much as I don't like to you know, wish that upon someone, sometimes it has to happen. And that's just the natural order of things. So if you guys enjoyed this video, man, I've been talking so goddamn long, but I just feel so passionate about this. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure you drop a like on the video. Please be sure you comment down below. Comment down below what you got in your kit. Let me know about some stuff that I'm missing and that I should probably look into investing into. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And let me know if you want to see more of this survival related content and like stuff about this type of, you know, this type of community, because I definitely want to branch into that. I fucking appreciate y'all, man. We almost at 600 subscribers. Y'all are some real ones for real. It's been your boy Unseen. I will catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace.